Oh, there we go. Let's see, if I do this, it's like... Oh. Oh, no, that's right. This game is nice. It doesn't have to fucking restart. See, this is why this game is way more optimally sound and better. Except for when it comes to randomized sounds. Crap. Okay, never mind. Apparently that needed to be changed. Alright. Yeah. So, welcome to Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. Immediately the sequel. This is the third game. This is the third expansion, pretty much, for the Dawn of War game. First one. Better optimized. The game plays a lot better. They added 2 more armies, and the game is just great. If I had to recommend to play any of the Dawn of War games, this one. This one. Which is sad, because the first 2 had pretty good narrative and story, whereas this one kind of meh. But you still get some cool things. So the problem is, who do I play as? That is the main problem. I want to play something fun, but I don't want to be, like... Also, we're going to do it on normal.
The planet Cronus. Beset on all sides by the tides of war, this once quiet colony became a savage battlefield. 7 armies clashed on this one world, each refusing to back down. Each convinced it was in the right.
That's 2 more than the fucking Lord of the Ring movie.
Beneath the sands of Cronus' central desert came the Necrons. Ancient machines bent on eradicating all life. But another evil already had its eyes on the planet. From the depths of the warp, the demonic forces of chaos arrived to enforce their claim. To oppose these fearsome powers, the planet's rulers in the Tau Empire sent their elite soldiers and sophisticated battlesuits into the fray. From the mighty Imperium of Man came the Imperial Guard, there to secure Cronus for the glory of the God Emperor. Like a green tide, the Orc Horde descended on Cronus, caring little for others' claims and sowing destruction in its wake. The Eldar, ancient enemies of the Necrons, emerged from their webway to pursue their own agenda on Cronus. And last came the Space Marines, finest and most uncompromising of the Imperium's soldiers. Seeing a world beset by aliens and heretics, they undertook a great purge. A dark crusade had begun. It could only end with the total victory of one of these factions, and the total defeat of all others.
So, here's the problem. We get to pick from 7 armies, and we stick with said army until we beat the game. I will have to discuss this with people, whether or not what I should do about this, but basically, I want to play an army that's not lame, but is certainly not boring. So, technically, to circumstance this, I would technically play Necrons, but god are they boring. Like, Necrons are so boring. Like, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're so boring. You have no idea. Tau, on the other hand, are... thematically, they're great. Like, they're fine. Like, basically, they're polar opposites. The Necrons don't talk a whole lot, and it's just, like, beeps and boops, and it's like, oh, god, it's, like, monotonous. Whereas the Tau, like, they do talk a lot, but their gameplay is so boring, because it's all about shooting. Space Marines are cool, you know, they're always the same. Orcs are always great. Pillar Guard are always fun. Eldar always suck. And Chaos is a lot better in this game. A lot better in this game. So I think I'm gonna go Tau. So, there's also a funny little thing about this guy. You can actually upgrade all of these warlords. It's pretty cool. Anyway, you are Shassokis. Shassokis? Military commander of the Tau forces on Cronus. While others fight for greed, power, or conquest, you fight for the greater good. From high-tech battlesuit to fearsome auxiliaries, your forces stand ready to reclaim Cronus and their Tau Empire. Uthriel, I hate these things. Uthriel She-Oris has declared that you must push back the invaders. You will not fail.
The rise of the Necrons and the arrival of other powers on Cronus was a threat the Tau Empire could not ignore. With their doctrine built firmly around the so-called greater good, the Tau could not tolerate seeing a thriving colony taken away from them. The Ethereals, leaders of the Empire, responded to the distress signals from Cronus by sending some of their best and brightest to retake the world. Aunel Shiorez was among the most lauded of a new generation of the ethereal caste. He would be responsible for restoring proper order to this wayward world. With him came the military leader, Shas Okais, a student of the teachings of Commander Puretide. Okais brought a massive force of fire-caste warriors, as well as auxiliaries from the Tau's allied races, the Prut and the Vespid. Tau ground forces landed in the city of Tashin, or Ashadis, to use its true imperial name. And from there, began the crusade to retake the planet as a whole.
Yay! So, boom, welcome to the map. So, kind of weird tactical nonsense. It's all fine. So yeah, we're Tau.
Welcome to the single-player campaign.
Shut up. Nobody likes that. Okay, so yeah, I don't have anything. So, I think there are some requisitions that I want to do. There's things called war gear in this game, and to get the war gear, you have to meet certain conditions. Some of these conditions suck. Some of them don't. Some are easier to get than others. For now, let's go attack the orcs. So if I take this place, I get Fire Warrior Bodyguard. He's an honor guard unit. On L's hand chosen, each one of these warriors among the veterans of his conflict. These elite essays stabilize key positions. They're pretty good. Let's go. So I'm fighting the orcs.